does that mean? That means that if I am a classicist, and you are a classicist, and he is a classicist, and she is a classicist, we all begin from a certain perspective. Okay, we all had taken courses in ancient Greek and Latin. We all had a similar type of methodological educational background. So it is quite likely that we will all bring to the table similar perspectives. So actually the question is, what do we have to gain if all critics actually come from that point? So this is a real concern, especially in today's always changing world, you know, and rapidly changing world. So here brings in the issue of interdisciplinarity. Because, for example, you know, let's say that we are examining Gambaro's Antigona Furiosa, which is a Latin American adaptation of Sophocles' Antigone against the dictatorship in Argentina. And so who is the better person to bring that perspective on the table? Is it somebody from Latin American studies? Is it somebody from theater studies? Is it a classicist? Is it a person from the audience, you know, who is a native or anything? And you know, the ultimate point of this concern is that we need the others. We need cooperation. We need that kind of live exchange and dialogue with other disciplines. We have to gain a lot by coming in contact with theater, with people from theater studies, with people from philosophy, with people from cultural theory, with people even from biological studies. You know, all these perspectives build in, and then we kind of have a new and more enriched kind of view of ancient Greek tragedy. And let me say in this point that in 2013, in June 2013, we had actually 20 years from Martindale's Redeeming the Text of 1993. So the Classical Reception Journal from Oxford kind of dedicated a volume, a specific volume, on Martindale's, you know, breakthrough perspective, and asked questions of where do classical reception studies go? I mean, what is the future of classical reception studies? Are there new questions through these 20 years that have come, that have surfaced, that we need to address those? And I would like to read to you two important, you know, points from this journal in 2013 celebrating Martindale's text. So Elsner says that it may be worth asking what new directions are meaningful now, relevant for a generation not born in the shadow of the World War II. If there is to be a humanism rooted in classical receptions, yet in and for the modern world, it must surely have a touch of rock and roll, even punk, of multicultural globalism, of ecoethics. And these are things largely missing from Redeeming the Text, because once again, Martindale is a reader, and he is a reader of 1993. So we do need a reader of 2013 onwards. And Göthenke goes even further and argues that composition of a synchronic, transnational, or transdisciplinary kind, though still awaits the same level of theorization that reception in its temporal sense surely deserves. And so these people say, you know, Martindale said that here is the ancient Greek text, let's say, okay. So And here are we in the 21st century. So Martindale stressed the fact of transhistorical axis. And he also stressed lots the communalities of things, kind of seeing things coming again and again, you know, throughout that kind of chronological process. So these people bring in the debate, together with other ones, the fact that there is also a kind of transnational axis and a transdisciplinary axis, which needs to be theorized, because, as we said, it is let's say we're living in a global world nowadays, in an intertwined world. You have in 2000 a performance of Antigone in Latin America, a performance of Antigone in India, a performance of Antigone in Greece. What are the differences and what are the similarities between those? Are there communalities? Are there differences? And what can these things bring into the debate? So you do need the transnational axis as well, except for the transhistorical one. And you also need the transdisciplinary axis, because you're going to gain new perspectives from cognitive studies or from science or from humanities and social sciences and arts. So you do need to kind of broaden your horizons and try to go in for cooperation.